Why is ICP, in your view, defining and understanding your ideal customer profile, something that is preliminary to understanding what ABM approach you're going to take? Tell me a little bit about that in your company. How did you come up with your ICP? And what data actually do you use in order to understand it well? Whoever wants to jump in, go ahead.
I'm happy to start with that one. For us, the ICP is really important in the sense that we work really well across the entire funnel, and we have a very broad set of different personas we can market to and sell into, but you can't do everything at once. So for us, having that agreement with sales and our marketing org, we can better prioritize and be a little more efficient and clear with our messaging to the marketplace, which is really important. The other thing too is we pay close attention to behavior in the tool and stuff to kind of inform our top of funnel stuff as well. One great example is we have 10% of our manager users make up 70% of our sending volume. So really helps us to dial in on who's most important, not just in terms of users, but also like decision makers. Let's really focus on the people we know will have that impact and see the impact from our platform.
Yeah, I mean, ICP is really near and dear to my heart because we, being a data company, that's everything starts and ends with having a good target audience, right? So I think ICP, comes in a couple of places. One is, speaking to Tyler and Zach when they mentioned the prioritization of just all your marketing resources. How do we, prioritize where we're going to spend our money and our time? And so your ICP is going to be the cream of the crop, the people that you want to really make sure that you're spending, a decent amount of time engaging and getting in front of at an organization level. But in addition to that, it's not just the who at the, or it's not just the who being the organization, but also the right buyer personas that are there, the right people that you want to be engaging with, and the when. And I think that's one of the things that, isn't, especially now in our new normal that we're working with, right, is the knowing not only who you want to sell to, who you want to prospect to, but knowing who is ready to buy, who wants to buy, who has an immediate need for your product and solution, is even more critical now than ever, so that you're able to reach out at the right time.
Yeah, that's great. So double down on what both Zach and Deanne said. The other thing that's become interesting for us, at least as an organization, as we've been thinking a lot about prioritization for our own ABM programs, is having the capability for your ICP or your prioritized accounts to be as flexible and adaptable as possible. So I know some people can fall into the trap of saying, our ideal customer profile is financial services industry, this size, this person. And, a lot of things happen around that, and they may ignore them intentionally or unintentionally. And so sometimes you can sort of pigeonhole yourself if you are too specific about it. And one of the things we've been doing is we, of course, have our various metric or our various parameters like, industry and size and roles and so on. But we're also trying to use as much additional third-party as well as first-party data to continuously teach us and to select who those key accounts might be. And it may not always be somebody who fits in our ideal industry. In some cases, it may be an individual who is using, our free products to a certain degree, or we see a cohort of X number of people in the same company using our free product. So there's our own product data coming in. There may be intent data flowing in from third-party sources. So that's been really interesting to learn those dynamics of how you can create kind of an adaptable model for what your prioritized or ideal accounts look like. And it may evolve over time.
I think kind of stemming off of that, not only looking at allowing it to be fluid and change as new data is entered into your system and you understand things a little bit better, but also looking beyond like the surface level of like, and for us, a lot of the most telling attributes are actually like a level down. Like the sub industry is a category for us that has a little bit more telling for us than the industry. Or not only company size, for us, it's number of salespeople. So, company size for us is a little bit less important if they have the right number of salespeople as part of their target. So being able to analyze and look at what your best customers and your best customers might be defined differently. So that could be, those are you have generated the most revenue from, or has most potential to generate revenue from, or the happiest, or whatever, however you're defining that. But being able to hone in on those really key characteristics that are the most important, and being able to kind of narrow that list even further.
Yeah, I love the train of thought of flexibility and adaptability. I mean, your ICP should be a launching off point, not a final set of rules.
Yeah.
And it's really important to allow behavior and shifts in the market to really dictate where you're aiming, both on the sales and marketing side.